Welcome into another video on my channel where we're going through and testing every single weapon inside of Black Ops 6 to see how viable these weapons are for all of you to be using within the Zombies game mode. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you are subscribed with those bell notifications turned on, as you're not going to want to miss out any future uploads from myself on Black Ops 6. Now in the description down below, you can find the link for my streams, and I stream everything from Black Ops 6 Zombies, multiplayer, Warzone, and all the way through to myself creating a custom zombie map on Black Ops 3. And I'd love to see a bunch of you pop into streams, as I'm working really hard this year to smash out Twitch partner. So in today's video, I have just recently completed the tribute event, the newest event inside of Black Ops 6. Aside from our John Black Ops operator, it also unlocks the nail gun and a brand new score streak for us all to be using inside of Zombies, which we're going to be checking out in this video today, which is going to be the death machine comes back. So we're going to be checking out the death machine and the nail gun in today's video. So we're going to be taking these two against the Shattered Veil boss fight and see just how much damage they can do. So in today's video, we're going to dive through and check out the nail gun against the Shattered Veil boss fight. And as an added bonus, during the fight, I'm going to test out the death machine and see what kind of damage output it does to our Z-Rex. So if you're looking for players to run through Dark Ops, Camel Grind, or Knockout Easter eggs inside of Black Ops 6, feel free to join my amazing Zhorde community Discord. The link can be found to join down below in the description, and the community is based on players helping out other players. And just recently, we are going to be hosting private Warzone matches on Saturday nights. So if you're looking to have some fun, some game nights, jump into the Discord. As I said, the link can be found down below in the description. So without further ado, let's go through and see what the Tribute Score Streak Death Machine and Nail Gun can do to the Z-Rex on Shattered Veil. Without further ado, let's dive in today. All right, first and foremost, Happy Easter to everybody. Happy 420 to everybody, if you celebrate that. As well, thank you so very much for tuning in today. I genuinely do appreciate the support. So here we are on Shattered, and what you're looking at is how I spawn in and start all of my Easter egg runs using the point strategy. And the point strategy consists of 3 gobblegums: profit sharing, raindrops, and tactical diffusion. So you're going to pop profit sharing, you're going to pop your tactical diffusion, you're going to pop your raindrops, and then out of your raindrops, you want to pick up your double points first. Now, if each and every player on your squad goes ahead and pops these gobblegums in this particular order, as you can see on screen at the end of round 1 or round 2, you're going to end up with just an absolute boatload of cash. Now, one of our players did not have tactical diffusion to use today, which is why you saw that nuke go off and we progressed to round 2. So if you do this and everybody has tactical diffusions to use right off the beginning on round 1, you could end up with over 100,000 points to start your Easter egg run, which can make things just incredibly that much more simpler to do. As you can see right here, I have 106,000 points on round 2, and away we go. So it is time to go ahead and get this Easter egg done so we can get to the boss fight. So we got our toxic raygun, my friend, good friend and mod in stream and the Discord. Chief Sasquatch, as he's known in gamertag, is here opening up our yellow toxic painting. Then it was time to grab the books inside of Ether Shroud, and then it was time to interact with the 3 books so we can go pick up our top secret document, which we're going to do right here. There we go. And then it was time to do 1 of 3 mini boss fights. So let's go ahead and complete that now. All right, so that's our first Mark II variant fully upgraded and the mini boss fight complete. We have 2 more to complete before we can dive into the boss fight. So down to the supply depot to pick up the blue variant of the raygun Mark II. Then make our way to the distillery underneath Juggernog and the T-Rex room by using the sconce to open up this secret passage. Once you have that open with enough kills and the appropriate ray gun, it is then time to brain rot a zombie, ring the bell, and get that zombie to climb over the bar and give you a flask. Alright, we got our flask, so let's head down to our second mini boss fight and complete the blue ray gun mini boss fight. All right, so that's the blue ray gun boss fight, mini boss fight done. We have one left, which is the Void variant of the Mark II, which is to be built up in Richtofen's quarters. Now here I'm getting both of my teammates to go ahead and grab this variant of the ray gun, just so that we can crack the armor that much quicker on this little boss fight. Now this one, you want to go ahead and open up the painting here, which is what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and do that as Chief, Sasquatch, and Yeti, good friends of mine inside of the Zhorde community Discord, and I was helping them complete this Easter egg today. So there we go, we got our painting open, and then once you get into this one, you're looking to pick up this flask right here. So now we've picked that up, we need to go take out 3 disciples. Gideon, the other member who ran with us today of our squad. Again, big shout out to everybody inside of that Zhorde community. You guys are absolutely amazing, helping each other, carrying each other through Easter eggs, Dark Ops, and calling cards inside of Black Ops 6. It has been absolutely amazing and heartwarming to see. So proud of that community. So that's one disciple done. Let's go ahead and get our final one here inside of the T-Rex room. Gideon's up top on the 2nd floor, about to activate the flask. We're going to take out that disciple, and now we are ready to go back in and complete our 3rd and final mini boss fight. So let's go ahead and complete that now. All right, and we were basically all ready to go to the boss fight at this point. All 3 mini bosses had been completed. So at this point now, I am legendary, triple pack with Deadwire on the nail gun. What are we looking at for damage against the Z-Rex? 22, 23 damage. I mean, almost anywhere you shoot. I was really impressed with just how fast his health bar was fading when I was able to just lay in the shots with the nail gun. Now, we still need to see how does the death machine work. So let's find out. 4,400 damage is pretty darn good. Oh my, we are melting him with that. However, I'm just going to say this right now. That death machine does not have enough ammo. 250 rounds. I think I was about 8 to 10 seconds, and I'm finished that death machine. Now, in that you can only bring in 1 score streak per player into this boss fight. Ideally, the best score streak to bring in is going to be a chopper gunner. I was kind of had some hopes that the death machine was going to just absolutely just rip through this Z-Rex and going to be our go-to score streak to be bringing in for this boss fight. But as you can see, the damage is remarkable, the fire rate is remarkable. It just does not have enough ammunition in it to, I think, be a viable option inside of this Z-Rex boss fight. Doesn't last long enough, and it just doesn't seem to hold enough ammo. I feel like if it had maybe 400, maybe 500 rounds in there, that it would definitely be a more of a viable option. Now, I haven't tried the death machine on any of the other boss fights. This is the first time I'd actually tried it right there. But I was, as expected, it dishes out a ton of damage. It shoots incredibly fast, and it just did what I expected it to do, just didn't have enough ammo. Now here we are on our 2nd phase of the boss fight. Now for this phase, Gideon is running free fire and the underbarrel crossbow attachment, which I feel for this boss fight is probably the meta setup to bring in to complete it. As with 1 free fire, you can complete an entire phase of the boss fight. Here we are popping my near death so that I can pick up my good friend Sasquatch, and he does not lose his perks, which is huge in this boss fight, definitely. Now we all have pack 3 Mark II, the blue variant of the ray guns, which we are running as well, but I wanted to kind of focus in on this boss using just the nail gun and see how well it can perform. But there we are. I mean, that's 2 phases in. Gideon was able to wreck basically that entire 2nd phase using his free fire and the underbarrel crossbow attachment. Definitely awesome. But I will say, this nail gun hits incredibly hard. It does a ton of damage. It shoots incredibly fast. So when you spawn in with the nail gun, it's got 15 rounds, which is not that great, I'll be honest. But once you pack a punch it, it goes up to 100 rounds in the magazine, I suppose we're saying, and 600 nails in reserve. which is definitely some good ammo on this weapon. I wasn't never having a problem using this as far as ammo goes. Like, I just did not have an issue with it at all. So I wanted to put that out there. And like previous iterations of the nail gun, it's incredibly strong. It shoots really fast. I was using it in multiplayer. It does not have the best range, as I want that dark matter camo on it. So that's why you're seeing the multiplayer diamond camo on here today. I just didn't finish up dark matter before recording today. But it definitely does awesome damage. Now, I don't know how I survived this. Like, I shot him when he was about to chew me. I think that prevented me from taking it down right there. So maybe if you get chomped on, just shoot the mouth if you're in the air. Maybe he'll stop chewing on you, because that's what happened to me. Also, if the T-Rex is charging you and constantly chomping on you, run towards him, not away, because he's just going to keep chewing on you. Here's the one time I got a little low on ammo, but with the ammo that's being dropped by the zombies, I was able to just pick up enough. And you can see when you get those crit shots in with the nail gun, you can absolutely shred with this. It is definitely going to be a viable option for this. I was really impressed with just how strong it is. Like, it's definitely a nail gun. Really, we can use a nail gun and a drill. So, you know, in theory, you'd be a carpenter and come into zombies and take out the herds. But this is us on the final phase, entering the final phase now. One of our players, Yeti, was having problems with his activation of his chopper gunner. So he was unable to use his chopper gunner for the third phase. So Chief used his, and on the fourth phase, Gideon had saved his chopper gunner. So Gideon went and popped his chopper gunner here on the fourth phase so that we could knock off a big chunk of the Z-Rex's health. And again, you know, I recommend if you're coming into the Z-Rex fight and you've had struggles with this, push up your rounds until all 4 of your players on your team can bring in chopper gunners. If you want to go a little bit further and make things even safer, make sure that you all have a self-revive as well as my recommendations. Definitely want to be triple packed and legendary coming in here with whichever weapons you're using to bring in. As far as the raygun variants, the blue one downstairs is definitely the one that I recommend bringing into the boss fight, as it's fully automatic and does, you know, just shoots really quick. So that's definitely one of the ones that I recommend bringing in. You can see Gideon here jumped in his chopper gunner. I took it down, no big deal. We've got near death going, so I wasn't exactly concerned about that at all, as I'm going to be having all my perks back. I did lose quick revive, so that's a bit of an issue, but seeing the health on the Z-Rex at this point, I was feeling pretty confident in us being able to finish it. And seeing 17 and 22,000 on crit shots with the nail gun, like absolutely insane damage. Stop playing Ring Around the Rock, Z-Rex. I just need to get some shots into you so we can finish off this boss fight. Jesus. Of course. The tail whap to finish me off. Gotta love it. But we still had near death, so we were good. And this is the end of Z-Rex right here. So definitely, I think the nail gun is going to be a viable option to be running inside of this boss fight. On Shattered, I definitely feel like it dishes out the damage, gives you the mobility, and is definitely something that you can be using through all 4 phases of this boss fight. I do not think that the Death Machine score streak is going to be a viable option inside of this boss fight, and if you're wondering, it does cost $17.50 for salvage. This is the build, as there's like no attachments for the nail gun. But this is the camo that I was running. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Let me know if you've tried the nail gun on the boss fight in the comment section down below.